Okay, we have a new Zoom room here. We've also got the Guam Diabetes Control Coalition coming up. Made the ask again for our Standing Friday with the Department of Public Health and Social Services, so we'll see how that plays out. But let's go into the Zoom room now where we have sitting by the Guam eSports Commissioner. I mean, it started with Magic the Gathering. I'm pretty sure he cut his teeth on Pokemon cards. But now, he's did you do the Pokemon?
You're making people blush.
Hold on.
You're making people blush in the Zoom room. Even with a virtual background, you can see the blushing.
Right. No, I just want to give him.
Mask on.
I got to give him his props because look, he's got it. He's with the Laddie. What is it, Ken? Laddie what? Because you're blocking your logo.
Laddie eSports League.
Right. The Laddie eSports League. Tell us a little bit about the Laddie eSports League, Ken, for those people out there who don't be knowing.
So the Laddie eSports League was meant to kind of fulfill a void for competitive gamers and provide esports competitions for players in the Marianas. And it's kind of like a twofold type of approach. Like on one hand, it's there to help develop and nurture the development of esports, but on the other hand, it's also there to provide a alternate means of learning and education for the youth of Guam. And that's been our goal for about 2 years. And we're finally, this year with COVID, kind of jump-started our plans and into the high school realm. And that's where we're at now with GDOE and ISA.
Is this kind of being done in lieu of, I guess, not having like physical sports?
Physical sports.
You know, like contact sports. Things like that.
Al can probably talk more about that. You know, regardless whether or not there was a quarantine or a lockdown, I think the development of esports at the high school level
was already
started
coming.
last year, right?
Right,
It started
yeah.
last year?
Yeah, I started the Laddie eSports League early 2019, but it was more recreational and just open to everybody. But I kind of made that with the hope that one day it would garner a little more attention mainstream, so that we could probably introduce it into the public school system or even the educational system as a whole. And now in 2020, like I said, the pandemic is kind of the catalyst to all this esports development, including our collaboration here with the ISA, the development of UOG Triton Esports, and as well as other public forms of participation that have taken place throughout the year.
Right. Let's take it over to Al here, Al Garrido, who's the head of the Interscholastic Sports Association with GDOE. Al, what is going on here? I know you got a big announcement to make.
Which announcement are you talking about, Chris?
Well, you know why we brought you on. So we're kicking off esports, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we actually completed our first round on Friday. We're really excited. Laddie Esports and Ken, of course, has really gotten this going. This is something that we've been considering for at GDOE for a long time, kicking off esports. Of course, when the COVID came around, it really kind of highlighted the importance of virtual competition, and it brought to the forefront how lucrative it could be for our students. There are a lot of opportunities for them, and we definitely want to be able to present those opportunities, such as scholarships for colleges and so forth. There's actually it could actually be pretty competitive and pretty interesting if you just dug a little bit deeper, but Ken could talk more about that, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah.
You can get a scholarship? Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am. There are actually college scholarships being offered in the mainland now for esports. There are actually teams being developed. And I know that I think UOG is actually in discussion with something similar. Am I right about that, Ken?
Yeah. UOG is actually, I don't know if it's already official. I know they have 15 kids that are on part of their esports program, right? Like who made the team or whatnot. And I believe that they get, I'm not sure if this happened this semester, but they get a $500 stipend to their tuition. And the esports program under Lawrence Camacho over at UOG and John Wigglesworth, it's really developed. It mirrors top level esports programs in colleges in the States. Next year, spring, UOG will most likely be part of the National Association of Collegiate Esports, which makes us the equivalent of the NCAA for that kind of competition. So esports on different levels, like at the collegiate levels, it allows our students an ability to leapfrog what would be the most common obstacles to competition at a higher level. So instead of having to kind of like, earn your chops at like a lower collegiate division, we can just jump straight up into the highest level of competition.
Wow.
And that's just one of the major benefits of jumping into something like this, an industry that is pretty young. But like Al was saying, yes, the virtual competition, it allows students a sense of normalcy. Like, sports are an important part of student development. And, esports, the main attraction to esports is that it offers those types of experiences to students who traditionally do not play sports. You know what I mean? So, learning humility or, how to play under pressure, sportsmanship, positive mental attitude. Some of those types of things you don't really learn as efficiently in the classroom as you do in a competitive sports type of setting. And esports helps deliver that to a different gamut of the student body. So that's one of the reasons why I think it's very important. And I'm very glad that GDOE has really accepted it with open arms, and we're really pushing this season of the varsity league, which has just started last week, as Al said.
Sorry, I'm not even. What sports are we talking? Because I only know like what my son plays, and
Yeah, is there Red Dead Redemption?
yeah.
No, so early in the summer, Al and we did a pilot program together with this game called Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty popular here.
Yeah.
But now, and I want to say that there was maybe 35 to 40 students. I don't really remember the number, but I think we had 4 or 5 students from each public school. This one is called League of Legends, and we have about 90 people competing. Half of those teams are student teams, and the other half of the teams are just recreational teams. But it's pretty exciting.
Al, is there contact info, or how can maybe parents, students? Because I know right now a lot of students are like, see, I could go to college from gaming. So how do maybe if is it too late to join, or how can they get in on some of the other esports action that may be coming up?
Well, go ahead, Al. Sorry.
Yeah, whoever.
I was actually gonna hand it over to you, Ken, after this, but for this competition, it might be too late for them to join.
Right.
But I think contact information for future events coming up, you can jump on the Laddie Esports website page and get information there. It's constantly announced. And for this league, it might be too late to join.
Al, anything in closing you want to add before we let you guys go?
Well, we're excited. We esports isn't just going to be this time around. We're actually expecting another push again near the end of the year. Ken has his tentative schedule going. Some of the other things that I did want to announce as far as ESA is concerned, other than esports, is we are in discussion right now. The GDOE put together a committee to actually review the possibility of the start of sports. So we're going to try and work in line with GDOE's plans. We're looking at if depending on the situation for Guam, if January comes around, that might be a good time for us to start looking at starting up. If again, depending on the situation, if practices are allowed and so forth. So we have a committee really looking into that, seeing what paired us. In fact, there's some exciting stuff. We're looking at virtual training, independent training with our students. At the moment, as a matter of fact, KUAM is going to be the first to hear about this. We're really trying to get some gyms involved in getting our students independent training now to get ready for should sports start up in January. And as a matter of fact, the biggest concern we have is we just really want our student athletes to start getting back into shape and getting out of the house and so forth. Because some athletes might not have done anything since March.
Wow.
Yeah. What I guess sport are you guys looking to start if it's if you guys are able to? Is it football or basketball? I mean, what are we talking about?
Well, we're looking at, we separated the sports between low risk, medium, and high risk. And so we're going to try and approach the low risk sports first, which are some of the sports that are already currently, I guess, allowed, which includes sports like tennis and running and so forth. So cross country is obviously an easy pick. Girls volleyball is being played in some areas in the mainland. So we're kind of doing some research and finding out what they're doing, what kind of protocols they're running to keep the kids safe. Girls softball is also going on. So those are some of the things we're looking at as far as low risk sports to start off.
Okay.
Okay, Ken, closing?
Nothing. I just say, I just want to give my thanks to GDOE and the University of Guam for, taking the initiative and the first big step in the development of a hobby and an activity that is extremely positive to the growth of children and the youth. So I think it's an important thing, and I'm glad that they are on it. And shout outs to my sponsors, Heavy Hitters, Guam Windward Memorial, and Monster Energy for helping make all of this very possible.
Thank you, Ken.
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
Thanks, Al.
All right. All rise as the most legendary
Rise.
gamer on the island exits the Zoom
stop,
room.
man.
Jay, what do we got in the virtual Zoom room today? It's Jay's 2 weeks. We split it up by weeks, so this is his last day. Thank God of providing virtual snacks.
Yeah, we went way overboard with with the meat and the pork tocino and
Right.
So because we've got the Guam Diabetes Control Coalition coming on next, we have a wonderful medley of kale and arugula and
Oh God, and virtual Benefiber.
yeah.
All right.
We're going healthy heading into the weekend.
We are at 7:35, and let's keep.